The SCW-10 submachine gun is a monster up close. At 800 rounds per minute and a 3-shot kill potential within 10 meters, it is the fastest time to kill potential of any weapon that's not a one-shot kill within that range. So only real downside to this weapon is going to be the magazine capacity, which starts at 15 rounds, but you can bump that up to 25 with the extended mag, and then also the bullet velocity. So 428 meters per second isn't the greatest. You can get that up to like 535 with the extended barrel, but that's not really that great either. But this is the preferred build that I'm running with all the attachments unlocked that I want. So the main crutch is going to be this 25 round magazine, which costs 45 points, and then you just got to build around that. So went with the light barrel here, so this improves aim down sights accuracy while moving. So you're going to be moving while shooting quite a bit, so this helps with that. Just better accuracy, and then enables a faster transition to ADS too, which doesn't really change too much there. 167 is still the same, but should be slightly faster. And then the cheapest suppressor. So the light suppressor and the long suppressor are better in that they reduce recoil buildup and improve recoil recovery. But I don't think that's as necessary on this weapon, since this one doesn't really have too much recoil to begin with, and you don't really have the points to work with either. So just went with the cheapest suppressor to stay off world spotting. So every time you fire your weapon, either unsuppressed or without the flash hider, the diamond appears above your head for everybody to see, which gives away your position. But flash hider and suppressors get rid of world spotting, and then suppressors keep you off the minimap outside of 15 meters. Within 15 meters, you're still going to show up, but outside of 15 meters for flanking and stuff, it's not going to show up on the minimap, so not all the enemies are going to know exactly where you are, especially if you're behind them in a bad spot, but trying to make a flank, keep you off the minimap. And then whichever site you prefer, I like the 1.0 site, but that's just going to be personal preference. But if you're willing to sacrifice the 25 round mag, you don't feel that it's as necessary, I went with this one as well. So we have the 20 round mag here, which is 20 points, much cheaper, gives you more room to work with here. Same thing, the light barrel for improved accuracy while aim down sights and slightly faster ADS, but upgraded to the best suppressor, the lightened suppressor, so reduces recoil buildup and improves recoil recovery. It comes at the cost of hipfire accuracy, but with the laser it offsets it, so still good at hipfire accuracy. So the laser there for better hipfire, whichever site you prefer, and then I had 5 extra points, so I just went with the mag catch for slightly faster reload speed. So yeah, SCW-10 within 10 meters is the fastest time to kill all the weapons that aren't one-shot kill potential at 150 milliseconds. And then within 10 to 20 meters, still pretty fast, only slightly slower than the TR7. So within 58 milliseconds of that time to kill. But realistically, if you see each other at the same time, you're still going to win with the SCW-10 because it has faster handling. But if you start shooting at each other at the same time, then the TR7 is going to win there if you're hitting all your shots. But does have faster handling, but TR7 you can also get better handling with the right attachments. And then from 20 to 35 meters, 300 milliseconds, so only within 50 milliseconds there. Falls off a little bit more beyond 35 meters, so 125 milliseconds slower than the TR7 from 35 to 75 meters, but not really the range you want to be using this weapon at anyway, but still useful there as long as you can hit your shots. And then super long range falls off quite a bit, so compared to the M250, 260 7 milliseconds, almost 200 milliseconds slower. But not really going to be able to hit your shots too well out there unless you're tap firing anyway or burst firing. So not going to be able to hit that theoretical time to kill anyway. But very good gun up close, even out to medium range. Still very, very good overall. A 2-shot headshot potential within 10 meters if you run the hollow point ammunition. But I don't really think that's worth it because within 10 meters, that's not going to be very likely that you're going to be getting that too often, and the cost of the hollow points is quite a bit. But if you really wanted that 2-shot headshot potential within 10 meters, you could always run hollow points, and it does make it easier to get 3-shot headshot kills here as well. So you only need 2 headshots mixed with 1 body shot to get a 3-shot headshot within 20 meters, whereas standard headshots, you have to get all 3 headshots to be a 3-shot kill within 20 meters. So helps a bit there if you look at the combined shots required here. So 2 versus 3 headshots mixed with body shots to get a 3-shot kill. And then at the longer ranges, you can get shots to kill down by 2 if you get 4 or 5 headshots, but that's not really going to be realistic there unless you're tap firing and not going to be getting very fast time to kill anyway. So Not necessarily worth running, but if you really wanted that 2-shot headshot potential, you could always go with the hollow points. Just see how it performs in the firing range. So decent enough hip fire within 10 meters. 20 meters, no problem. 35 meters, no problem, full auto. 50 meters, probably not the greatest. So yeah, first fire there. And then 70 meters. Well, that went down pretty quick, but that's probably not always going to be the case, 70 meters. And then the other build with the 20 round mag. Same thing, good enough hip fire up close. 20 meters, no problem, full auto. Definitely going to have to reload it pretty much after every kill though. Maybe get a couple kills in there, but 50 meters not too bad, but I feel like that 5 round extra magazine definitely helps out quite a bit because within 10 meters it's only 3-shot kill, and then within 20 meters only 4-shot kill, so basically an extra kill per mag. Try this again with the 25 rounder. So yeah, no problem, full auto there. 50 meters, no problem, full auto either, but 70 meters requires a little bit of bursting though. So 50 and 70 meters, you're probably gonna have to burst. Might be able to get full auto sprays every now and then, but probably not very consistently. So very good gun for close to medium range. One of the best, if not the best. So with that faster handling, it's gonna outperform the TR7, even though the TR7 has faster time to kill potential within that 10 to 20 meter range and beyond. Slower handling is going to make a difference. So if you see each other at the same time, usually you're going to be able to win with the SCW-10 compared to the TR7. But if you start shooting at each other at the same time, then the TR7 is going to win. But then again, TR7 you can get down faster handling too with the right attachments. So it really depends, but having faster handling definitely helps with the SMGs. So it's going to win within 10 meters, but then beyond 10 meters, it's going to be hit or miss depending on the situation, but still very good gun overall. Right up there with the best. And KV9's pretty similar, but I prefer the SCW-10 to the KV9 just because it has better kill potential per magazine. So KV9 takes more shots to kill, so it goes through the small magazine capacity a lot faster. It's a little more forgiving with the faster fire rate, but a little less forgiving with the magazine capacity. So SCW-10, in my opinion, slightly edges out the KV-9. But both very good guns. SCW-10, very, very good gun up close. Not the greatest if you like to play a little more passive at range, holding lanes, that kind of stuff. But if you like to play up close and personal, aggressive, get in the action, SCW-10 is one of the best for sure. But yeah. Let me know down in the comments if you've been liking the SCW-10, what build you're rocking and finding success with. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.